Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome to another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. Zeke is back in the building, fresh from vacation. I'm also here with my brothers, Dre. What is up, man?
Yo, what's up, 94 Feet Nation? Welcome back, my brother.
And this guy sitting directly across from me.
I said,
yeah, that's cool.
back.
What's going on, Dre, man? Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
How was your vacation?
What's good, people? Clearly, we got some haters in here today.
I'm not one of them. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, you gonna try to give me some dab after you co-sign with him for
See,
33
see,
seconds?
See? We not even on that, Kesey. We not on that.
What's
Listen.
wrong with you, man?
What's wrong with you? You walked in the studio with just negative energy.
I didn't come here with no negative energy.
It's us.
Are you angry today?
No.
Do you need some prayer?
It's Sunday.
Ain't nothing wrong with no prayer. Ain't never nothing wrong with no prayer. Do you need some?
You need some meditation, bro?
How was your vacation?
Thank you for asking. My vacation
How was your time abroad?
It wasn't abroad, but thank you. It was cool, man. I will say, I've seen I seen an athlete.
Who?
It wasn't a basketball player; it was a football player.
Were you starstruck?
No, it was Carson Wentz. I was like, I looked at him. He kind of looked at us. I was like, if I see him again, I'll say something. But
Man, how's the weather, man?
the weather wasn't as good as I thought it would be. Because
Yeah.
you go to Florida, you think it's like 70, 80 degrees every day. It was
Mm-hmm.
not that. It was some cold nights. I wore my sweatshirt most of the day.
Wow.
I mean, most of the week.
Wow. Did
But-
the little one enjoy the
She did.
hype of Florida and Disney? And
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's about. It's about the kids.
Yeah,
man. And,
for sure.
So I think every kid should go at least once. No matter how hard you got to get them there, they should go at least one time.
Did
Yeah.
you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did.
That's what's up. That's
Good.
what's up. All right.
So this is a basketball podcast. It's not a football podcast, but today is Super Bowl Sunday.
And
So
I don't
real
care
quick.
because the Packers ain't playing. So let's
That was
keep it
quick.
moving.
This is my thing. Why Packer fans got to be so sour about it? Because I know the stores is full. I know the malls is full. Like, it's still football season. What? That's it?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. For me,
So y'all don't have no Super Bowl predictions. That's all I want to know, your Super Bowl predictions.
for me, every time you think it's supposed to be your team's year and you go out like we went out, it be hard, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna watch the game, but do I care who wins? I really don't. But shout out to Odell Beckham. I want to see him get one. If I had to pick
Really?
a team,
So you
heck
going for the
yeah.
Rams?
I'm going for the Rams because I want to see Odell get
I'm
them.
going for the underdog. Cincinnati Bengals. Let's go.
I'm actually
Ohio.
going for. I'm actually going for Cincinnati Bengals myself. So
Oh man, then I'm going for the Rams. Let's go Rams.
see. Person comes in with that negative energy, man. That's what we're talking about. This is ridiculous. Anyways, back to basketball. First, we're not gonna really do an interview for it. We're gonna try to make this short, just based on the fact that it is Super Bowl Sunday.
Hey, man,
And
don't rush
I
us just
want to
because
enjoy
you-
the game.
Don't rush us just because you want to.
Any other time, y'all got reasons to rush. Now I got a reason to rush today.
That's because you be 20 minutes late every week.
That's not true. That happened once, maybe twice. Look,
Maybe a month.
Maybe twice.
this is what I come back to. Maybe I should have just pushed back my vacation a little bit longer.
Man, listen.
No problem.
Listen.
You know what?
No
You
problem.
know what? I'm not gonna go there. Shout out to Big T.
Don't let the door hit you with a good little split.
He is what?
He is on one today.
He is what?
Shout out to
I
Big
told
T. Shout out to Big T for coming through. And if you want to come through with this spot across from me, we can make that happen. Okay? I just want to put that out there for you.
Yo, real quick, Nation, as we sit here and clown, I want the world to know, man, this is our 39th episode, fam.
That's cool.
Next week is our 40th episode. That's
39.
This is our 39th episode, man.
Oh man, I can't believe I dealt with you. Hey, here we
Yeah.
go.
Hey,
Shout out
you know
shout out to our good people.
Tommy, turn him off. Turn him off. Turn him off. I'm not gonna tolerate this disrespect, man.
It's one of them days, bro.
Well,
let me have my day. He have a day like that once a month. This is my first one in 39 episodes.
This your first one?
Can I have my day?
All I'm saying
You
is,
done had your day.
I have not. I have not.
What?
What?
I have never came in and went off on y'all two.
Oh,
Ever.
oh my.
God, don't strike us down right now.
Strike them down. But
I'm
go,
telling
go
you
left
right
and
now.
go right.
Let me move to the side of
This
him.
is on a Sunday?
You ought to quit that.
Go left and right, God. Don't strike me. Go left, go right. But this is our 39th episode, people. Our 40th episode is next week. That's a milestone. You know what I'm saying? That's a milestone. 'Cause some,
You know what? 40 is a milestone when you old.
no, 40 is a milestone in the podcast world because there are podcasts I'm subscribed to that haven't dropped anything new in 3 years.
I mean, they're not good.
No, they're good, but people just don't. It's like, what is wrong with you? You know what? Let's move on. Let's look. Injury report.
I was just saying.
I'm trying to hype us up.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
You're right, Drake. My bad.
Washington Wizards.
There you go.
Washington Wizards are without Bradley Beal. He is out with a season-ending injury. There's a backstory to that, but it's not on the script, so we won't go. But I'm going to say this.
Go ahead.
Bradley Beal is done in Washington. This is it.
You think so? You know what's funny? I'm glad you brought this up.
That is it.
Do you think he looked at his team, was like, "This ain't it. I'm just gonna wrap it up"?
Well, if you look, without going too deep into our script, if you look at the trading, Washington basically said, along with Portland and many others, we're tanking and we're starting over. We're rebuilding. There are so many teams that rebuild.
We are going to get to that, and
Washington,
I can't. That's a nice little. I don't
he's
say
done.
It's a hot take, but
he's done.
We'll see what happens.
Real quick, one more thing I want to add to the injury report because it just came across our desk. The Milwaukee Bucks are without Pat Connaughton. Mm-hmm. He is out with an injured hand, and he is done for the season. Hopeful to make a playoff return. So that's the injury report.
So he's done for the regular season.
Regular season for now. They hope he can come back by the end of the season, but they won't rush it because really the Bucks don't need him. But go ahead.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They need Pat.
They need Pat.
Pat hit some big shots last playoffs.
Pat hit some big shots, but
he's a 3-and-D guy. I don't
that's
think
true.
Like,
you're right.
He's a 3-and-D guy.
I don't know what he's talking about. Man.
You're right. But it's not like it's gonna make or break the Bucks. I mean, it's not like we're playing.
I think the Bucks
championship basketball right now.
I always say this about the Bucks. They're one of the few teams who need their full roster to be healthy come playoff time. And if he can come back, that'll be great. Rumors is that they're going to go hard for
Dragic.
They're going to go hard for him because of this injury.
I like it.
But getting into our shoot-around segment, we got the All-Star reserves for pick. The All-Star captains, LeBron James and Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. Besides putting on the show, talking about James Harden a little bit, they also picked their teams. Mm-hmm. Real quick, who do you like better as far as these two teams go when you look at their rosters?
I asked myself, did Kevin Durant even care when he was drafting?
You think so? Really?
Dude, LeBron's whole starting five is going to destroy Kevin Durant's team, and it will be easy. I've never actually seen an All-Star game be a super blowout, but this one just might be.
Really? Is that what you think?
That's really exactly what I think. Did you see LeBron starting five compared to Team KD, who's not playing in this game? Did you see LeBron starting five?
Okay, let's just go over real quick.
Go over rosters.
You got LeBron James as the captain. His first pick was Antetokounmpo, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then he had
automatic.
Giannis is built for All-Star.
He is. He has Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, and Joker.
That's a starting five.
That's his starting five. I think.
Wait, give us Team Durant so everybody can be like, what?
So Team Durant is Joel Embiid, Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, who's taking Durant's spot, Andrew Wiggins, and Trae Young.
Those five against LeBron's five, blowout. Blowout.
What do you think, Kesey?
Man, you know I'm going with Team LeBron, man. Come on, man.
Talking to Mike, G.
Man. You know that, man. Come on, man. You know who I'm going with. Team LeBron. Team Lebanon. So
both y'all going Team LeBron.
Easy
Just
money.
Off the strip that they got LeBron and Giannis on the same team. And Steph Curry.
And Steph. Easy money.
I'm going, you know what, be honest with you? I'm be really honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't like Andrew Wiggins as an all-star, but besides that, I think Kevin Durant has a pretty good, decent team. To me, I'm just gonna be. Kevin Durant has a pretty good, decent team. I see what you're saying here as far as like skill wise. Jason Tatum can give Giannis some problems.
Where?
Because his ball handling skills kind of push Giannis on his heels. Then we have Trae Young. All right, he's just Steph Curry. He's just a younger Steph Curry because he be shooting from anywhere.
Not really.
But as far as athletic,
nowhere near as a good shooter.
So. He's not a good shooter. I'm saying he pulls from anywhere and he's still destined to shoot it. as far as Ja Morant, nobody on LeBron's team can really keep up with him as far as being athletic. As LeBron too old.
Steph can get him.
Steph can't hold no.
Steph can hold him. Steph can hold him.
No, he cannot.
In that starting five, yeah, I think so.
Steph can hold him.
Who you think can't hold him?
Steph can
I'm
hold
telling
Morant.
you, neither one of these guards, DeMar DeRozan or Steph Curry, can hold Ja Morant.
Man, you
What about
smoke
Jimmy?
some good Florida weed.
Who? We talking about the starters right now. But if you
tell
want to
you
talk about overall team, I think that I kind of feel Kevin Durant team.
DeRozan can guard him.
Steph can guard him.
Steph and DeRozan can guard him.
Listen, Morant's a killer.
You
We
talking
know
about
that.
we're talking about two guys though. Talking about Steph and DeRozan who don't really hold defense. That's not their.
Well,
forte.
nobody in the All-Star game holds defense.
Well, that's true too. I give you
So,
that.
no one holds defense in the All-Star game. Here's the bottom line with the All-Star game. It's going to be who's going to be shooting. Can nobody on the on Team Durant hold Giannis? Not one player. Okay, it might be Embiid, but he's not quick enough. He's not even as quick as Giannis.
That's true.
So nobody's going to play defense in the fourth quarter when it matters. Nobody can hold Giannis. Nobody can hold Steph. Morant might be able to.
Well, you just said that they ain't holding defense
into the fourth quarter. Final 5 minutes.
Quarter.
Steph, if he's on, Steph going to score 20 in the first quarter.
Steph be taking these All-Star games off. I don't think he's really like to me. I think Ja Morant is going to go for MVP. He's going to try to get MVP. I think Wiggins is going to go hard. I think Trae Young might go a little hard. Giannis, I don't think Giannis is going to go as hard as he has in the past.
I don't know, bro. Giannis is adding. Giannis likes stats.
Giannis is a hard-working basketball player. He's a hard. Well, I think LeBron James called him the hardest working NBA player in the league right now because he goes hard every single time. I think this is the year he's gonna like kind of fade back. I mean, because he's having an MVP year, and I think this is the year that Giannis is thinking long term. I can tell with some of the seasonal games, like. I think they got blew out by some team, and he came out with a bucket of chicken. Like, look, man,
Cleveland.
It is what it is. Yeah, Cleveland. And he came out with a bucket of chicken because I'm thinking Giannis is thinking long term now, like LeBron was when he was in Cleveland. He was like, I'm not worried about nothing until we get to the playoffs.
Can't win them all.
Exactly.
A bucket of chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a bucket of Quaker.
He had a bucket of chicken.
Quaker chicken. Quaker steak and shake chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
What? And he was eating it at the press conference like
Really?
nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
A bucket of chicken?
We talked about
bucket of
this 2 weeks ago. It was freaking hilarious.
A bucket of chicken. I didn't see that, man.
A
Dang,
bucket-
I must have been
Well,
slipping.
it was a bucket of wings, but it's
Bucket
still
of
some
wings.
chicken.
Chicken is
Hey,
chicken.
Some wings, man. You know what they say. You know what the black folks like.
So, I mean, you look at Bron's squad, bro. He got Luka. He got James Harden. He got Donovan Mitchell. He got Chris Paul. I mean, he got cats that can really put up some buckets.
He
right?
got all his buddies.
He got all his boys, right? And over on Durant team is decent, but
He got
Draymond is not
LaMelo.
playing.
He got LaMelo. He got Booker.
He got Booker, but you
I got a quick question for y'all, though.
Go ahead.
go ahead.
How do y'all think Lonzo Ball feels about LaMelo Ball making an All-Star team before?
Well, I think if Lonzo didn't get injured, he would have been on there
No. I think,
as a reserve, not as a reserve, but I think he would have got picked up if he wasn't injured.
don't
Because the
think so.
Bulls are the Bulls. I told you the case could be made that the Bulls has 3 All-Stars:
yes.
Ball, Levine, and certainly DeRozan.
Yes, I
Okay?
agree with you on that.
And so if he wasn't injured, he would have been in the mix too as a alternate reserve.
I think that, but I think between the Ball brothers, LaMelo is the more of the highlight film of the two. So when you talk about like the All-Star game and it just being a popularity contest, and you got the guys, doing the moves and throwing a 360 lob up and catching off the backboard. This is LaMelo's playground.
But I mean,
And LaMelo's a better player.
I'm just saying.
I don't know
though.
if he's a better
But
player.
you know how
I
brothers-
think Lonzo's more solid when it comes to across the board.
You know how brothers have that competitive nature, though. Because I know me and my brother do. I mean, that's how it goes. I mean, how would you?
I mean, how you feel that your brother's better than you?
It doesn't bother me because I know that I have a bigger brain.
Just so y'all know, he's talking about his blood brother, not anyone at this table.
We know he's talking about his blood. Bro.
No, but for
I'm
real
just
though,
saying.
like me and my brother are competitive still to this day.
Yeah,
Like when we have one-on-ones,
it gets serious.
it gets serious. Like it's elbows thrown.
It used to get serious when y'all used
It
to
was
play.
even when I play him.
Because
It's
he bring it
serious.
out of you.
No, because
Even I'm just gonna play around. Scrub. I'm like, dude, what?
He do be talking trash.
No, but see, the thing with him is he talks trash, but then when you start putting the brakes on him, then he want to foul you hard.
Because you fouling. I'm supposed to call it? Because you fouling.
You can touch him like this. Foul.
Come on, man. Here we go.
Just so y'all know, I didn't even feel anything.
He's coming across the arm like Draymond Green and then looking at the ref crazy like, what? I didn't break it?
If I do an up and under and he chopped me or something across the back, he going to say, oh, that wasn't no foul. That's a part of the game.
Well, first of all, you're doing the up and under. You know I'm coming in hard, okay? I'm coming in with the block, and I might look at you crazy when I do it. But you going to call a foul? Come on, man. Stop it.
You know what? No, that's why I don't play one-on-ones no more, though. Unless you got some money on the line.
Well, hey, when spring come up, if you want to step outside, roll the cameras.
Oh, well, hey, ain't no thing but a chicken wing. You can put the money where your mouth is.
All right, you heard it here
we
first.
We get a poll going.
You heard it here first.
You
okay,
put some money on it?
Okay.
You gonna put some money on it?
Hey, like you said, ain't nothing but a chicken wing.
All right then.
So yeah, today church was really good, man.
Dre, you gonna be there too?
I'm not
on the sidelines, holding the towels.
And the water bottles.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't hold your towels to wipe my balls. Okay, how about that? PG-13, y'all that took me there, right? And if I held y'all water, I wouldn't give it to y'all. Y'all be 2 40-year-olds out here playing ball to prove something.
I know that's right.
That's right. And that's what it's going to be. To the day we die.
Probably. Going to be 6-year-olds in the chair. I'll take you right now, boy. You better go on with them business.
Let me tell you something, man. LeBron's team is going to win this thing.
Most definitely.
LeBron's team. So
who won?
I'm not going to say that because you know how it be, man.
Whatever HBCU they're playing for. Tommy, you know who they're playing for this year or no? I don't. Whatever HBCU team LeBron is playing for has the best chance of getting that money because it's just too many killers on there.
I'm trying to think who
he's going to look it up for us.
Who won last year? Was the team LeBron that won last year?
Whatever team Giannis was on because Giannis was the MVP, right?
Tell me he won.
In order to get the MVP, you have to win in the All-Star game.
So we're going to move on. Let's talk about Thursday was the trade deadline. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about y'all, my phone was buzzing. I kind of felt like one of these sports reporters.
Dang, man.
So let's start with a trade that happened I think it was Tuesday or Monday. The Portland Trail Blazers traded C.J. McCollum, Larry Nance, and Tony Snell to the New Orleans Pelicans for
Kentucky State?
Kent State. Okay. For Josh Hart and a couple other guys I'm not going to mention because they really don't matter. Real
quick before you go, Giannis won last year and he represented. I think he was the captain last year. He was the captain.
He was the captain last year.
So Team Giannis won last year.
Oh, okay.
So he won MVP. Yep.
Okay. So for a bunch of guys who don't matter, in a 2022 first round pick and 2 second round picks. So my question for you guys. I think it's obvious who won this trade, but is it time for Damian Lillard to move on from the Portland Trail Blazers, or should he invest into the future? Because the rumors goes this summer, they got money, they got cap space. They're going to try to grab a big name.
Like who?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Who's coming up?
This is it.
I don't have the list in front of me, but it's big time free agents coming every year.
This is it. Portland did this. They knew what they were doing. They traded their core. McCollum was one of the reasons that Dame stood around for as long as he did. He has no reason to give Portland anything else. This is it. Dame Lillard will be traded. Book it. I can see the Lakers doing something crazy like pulling a Westbrook for Dame type of trade. But the Portland Trail Blazers, obviously, anytime you bank for the future, you can consider winning. New Orleans, I don't know what they're doing over there. Again, they have not been good in years. They've traded on top of trades. They've picked up Zion, who's been injured. This is it for Dame Lillard. This is it. I think next season when we start talking about this podcast, he'll be playing for another team. This is it. Portland blew it. They know they blew it, and the Dame years are over.
Well, just real quick, because these are the free agents coming up next year. They are mentionable names.
All right, let's hear it.
We got Zach LaVine, Patty Mills. We got
Patty who?
Patty. Here we go.
Lonzo Ball.
Mitchell,
I said notable names.
Notable. Patty Miller's not
Lonzo
notable.
who?
Patty Mills is not notable?
He is not a notable name.
Is he not a starter in the NBA?
No.
Okay.
No.
Come on, man.
Next.
You gotta do better than that.
Kawhi Leonard. Is that a notable name
Not
now?
for 2 years. He hasn't played.
Bradley Beal. Is that a notable name now?
Bradley Beal, is he restricted or unrestricted?
I don't
What
know
does
if
it say on there?
It just says he's going to be
Well,
a free agent.
he's out of there, so what? Washington blew it with him. They should have traded him to get some assets.
They trying to convince him to stay. Russell Westbrook, is that a notable name?
Russell will not be a free agent. He book it. Russell is owed $47.1 million next season.
No, this is his last year.
It is not. He has a
Well,
player
he-
option. He
got
will
player
take
option.
that
Okay.
player option.
Now I'm telling you how to
Bradley Beal has a player option, by the way.
Yeah.
Listen,
James Harden.
James Harden is already committed to Philly.
He committed. He said he wants to stay. I'm going to commit it. But
Let me tell you something.
But they haven't signed him.
You can't tell me that Philly is that stupid not to make him sign an extension. You cannot tell me.
But he can't sign an extension yet, so it's not
Yes, he
guaranteed.
can.
No,
yes,
he cannot.
Yes, he can because
Not right
Philly.
now.
Listen, when they traded him, Philly owns the rights. They absolutely can say to him, "Can you give us that one?" Because he has a 1 year. What is
This
it?
is last year.
He has an opt-in though. He has a player option.
No,
right?
this is his last
This is his
year.
last year. The agreement was, I thought that Philly got a long-term commitment from him. Because if not, Brooklyn just played y'all in multiple ways. But who else is out there?
Kyrie Irving.
Next.
What you mean
Because
next?
I mean, you can't.
You put Kyrie in a city where he doesn't have to be vaccinated?
That's about to go away, I think, anyway. So, I mean, next.
I mean, those are the pretty much the big names out there. Just the number on, just a couple.
And any of those players you mentioned, I don't see none of them running to Portland.
No.
Not
I don't
one.
even see Dame staying in Portland long enough to even let him come.
They're going to trade him, man. They're going to trade him. You might look up and get him for like maybe Paul George. Maybe he'll go to the Clippers.
That's the thing. Like the Clippers won't give up Paul George or Kawhi. They in it
For
for
Dame?
No. They in it for the long haul with him.
Who?
Because he stayed when things got rough. So they in it with him. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Like they wouldn't trade on him like that at this moment. Because they haven't even shown their true potential, and they're not a bad-looking team.
Talk about the Clippers?
Yeah. Once you have Kawhi and Paul George back, like. But then again, like.
But I think my thing about this is, like as far as Damian Lillard go, himself, like the player, not talking about the team, he's coming off an injury that pretty much had him sidelined for the rest of this season. I mean, if you can go with the theory of Kesey, looking at the roster, he was like, I'm sitting out. Or you can go with he's actually hurt, and then you got to look at as far as like him coming back and being basketball ready. I think that if they nab a big name, I don't see it happening either just because it's a small market. But if they do nab a big name, that can convince him to stay for at least another 2-3 years.
I don't think so, man. I think Dame is in, what year is he in?
7th or 8th?
No, it's been
10?
a little longer than that.
Maybe 10.
Dame has played and given Portland so many years. I mean, I told you in a few other episodes, Dame, although he's a killer, he hasn't really done anything for that franchise. I mean, yeah, he's a bucket, right? He's a highlight reel, but their playoff runs
he's
have
gotten them farther. They haven't been this far.
This is his
since Drexler.
Yeah, this is his 10th season with the club. He might have 4 years in him, maybe, right? 4 or 5. I mean, everybody's
got
not
a solid 5.
Everybody's not
Solid
like
5.
LeBron going to play 17, 18 years. Shout out to LeBron for being the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, y'all. Let's give it up.
It's a combination. Let's just hold our horses here.
No, but it's still
It's a combination of playoffs and season, not just regular season.
I just said he's the all-time leading scorer in all of basketball.
Well, words matter. So
Yeah, they do, playoffs, but playoffs and the regular season. But anyway, Dame Lillard, who's in his 10th season, how much more does he need to give Portland? He's given them 10 years. They've given each other 10 years. Get out of Portland while you can if you want to have a remote shot of being a winner. He needs to get out of
I
Portland.
think I see him in L.A. next year.
I don't see him in LA.
I see him
One
in
of the
LA.
Lakers or the Clippers.
He doesn't go to the Clippers. I think he goes to L.A.
I don't.
And the only
go
reason
ahead.
I say that is he's in a mode where like he needs a ship, and I don't think the Clippers are necessarily ship guaranteed.
No, never.
You know what I mean? Like it's something about it that just doesn't say shit. You know what I mean? When you think of the Clippers.
When
you think of LeBron, you can automatically put them in a different caliber. You know what I mean? This is LeBron James.
5 years ago.
But LeBron James is averaging more points than he. So this is my thing with y'all. LeBron James is averaging more points than he averaged this year than his whole career.
And they're in 7th place.
But because they only played 15 games together between him and AD and Russ.
That's not our problem. That's not our problem.
Clearly, it's not your problem.
I mean, because because
you're not on the roster.
I'm saying that's not our problem.
Wait. You know it ain't funny if you gotta talk about somebody. That's what you just did. You ain't on the roster. That's what that was.
No, what I say is not our problem because you saying it like that makes a difference.
It does.
LeBron James is having the best offensive season in his career. I get that. But they're still in the bottom half of the bottom half.
Oh, yeah.
And they're still going to lose in the play-in tournament.
Your second best player has probably played maybe 25% of the season so far.
So because
every other game he's hurt and out. So how do you have a successful season when your second best player is out and your third best player averages 10 turnovers a game?
So let America.
Let
me get this real quick, and then you can jump in. Let America let it be known that no one even made this about the Lakers. No one even said that it's LeBron's fault.
He did. That's what he said.
I didn't say it today, but I have said it.
He said it numerous occasions.
All we said was at number 18 next season, even Dame going to the Lakers wouldn't do anything for them.
Are you serious?
I said what I said.
Man,
Season 8.
Crack is a hell of a drug, man.
Season 18 for LeBron next year. Season 18. AD. Fragile. Dame Lillard coming off of an injury. Okay? Wait a minute. Let me say this. Dame Lillard and Russ. This is going to be controversial, but I'm going to say it.
What?
They're kind of the same player. Wait a minute.
Bruh.
No. Think about it. Look at their stats. Dame Lillard averages turnovers. A lot of them. Does he not? A lot of them.
But he don't got nobody to pass to. But CJ.
It doesn't matter.
The only person that catch a ball over in Portland is CJ McCollum.
Listen to what I'm
Robert
saying.
Covington.
I hear what you're saying.
Listen to what I'm saying. Dame and Russell are almost the same player in terms of Dame can get buckets. Russ can get buckets, right?
Say that.
Dame can get a double-double. Russ can get a double-double. Point guards get turnovers. Let's not forget that, people. Point guards get turnovers.
I get that, but when you think about
Dame, show him.
When you think
Show
about
him.
when you
Read
think
the
about
stats.
Dame, hold on, but when you think about Damian Lillard, right? He's the only primary ball handler they got.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie, Zeke?
Here's the difference.
There's no lie.
There's a difference.
Dame, all I'm
Can
saying,
he talk?
hold up.
Can he
He
talk?
can talk
Let him
after
talk.
I say
No,
this.
you
Oh,
done.
now you're his friend. No, you shut up. No. Now I don't want to defend you.
I'm not defending him. You think I'm defending him? What the?
He defended his point.
All
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying is Dame in LA does nothing for the Lakers, and I stand by that. Go ahead.
Well, then you
I was
stand
just
by
gonna,
that.
what I was going to say was the only difference between these two is, I mean, I'll say this though. Check this out. Here's the stats. Y'all tell me who's better. We got Damian Lillard at 29 a game, and then you got Russell at 22, 23 a game. Then you got assists. You got Dame at 6. You got Russell at 10. And then you got rebounds. You got Dame at 4. You got Russell at 8. So
Same player.
So
What about turnovers?
I don't know about turnovers, but the stat that stuck out to me was shooting percentage. So Dame shooting like 40 from 3 and 46 from the field. Westbrook shooting 38 and 30 from the 3-point and 38 from the field. So when you talk about,
That's a big dip.
I agree with you. Having Dame in LA isn't automatically chip. But I will say Dame is a better player than Russ. That's because Russ. Hold on a second. Let me finish. That's because Russ isn't a good shooter. Dame can shoot, and that's what separates him from a lot of guys. He can shoot. So I believe that because LA has too many issues for one guy to solve them. So that I'll say that, but
No.
I don't think it's one of those situations like if they get Dame, they're automatically. And to be honest with you, Keezy, the Clippers have a better. I don't say they're not a better organization, but they have a better team chemistry than the Lakers do, and that's why without Kawhi Leonard, without PG, they're still in this thing. They should be at the bottom of the bottom without their two superstars, but they're still in this thing. And over time, I've gained respect for Lou.
Lou is a good coach.
That's what I'm saying. He's a good coach. I didn't think he was. I mean, you coaching LeBron James. How can you not win a championship? So my thing is, I've gotten a lot of respect for the Clippers. Are they a better team than Lakers? Yes. The Lakers have too many issues for them not to just be one more guy.
So
and that's it.
what makes the Lakers have so many issues? What is the issues that you think it is? To be honest,
To me personally, I think it's a little bit of too much of listening to players. LeBron James, I'll say it, and then also the team. You can't just fill a team up with superstars and think that's going to get you by, and that goes to coaching. So bad coach.
So you say the same thing about Brooklyn?
Brooklyn, same
He's
thing.
not a coach anyway.
Same thing with Brooklyn. You got. I don't want to say they have the same kind of issues, but they kind of have the same kind of issues.
Yeah.
The Lakers just stacked it up with superstars, thinking that's gonna get them. They listen to LeBron.
Why do y'all keep saying they stack with superstars? These players are
Carmelo-
past their prime.
But no one was
they're
saying
still
that.
superstars.
No one was saying that when they built the roster.
There you go.
Let's not. No.
Let's not sit here
What do
and
you
act
mean?
like
Every commentator that I've ever watched said
They're old.
they're old.
Okay.
and but also.
Everybody called them some old dogs.
But hold on a second though.
Everybody.
Was the odds not in their favor to win a championship this year?
They were the favorites.
No, they were not.
PC. They were the
Stop it,
freaking
PC.
favorites.
They were not the favorites.
They were the
It was the
favorites.
Lakers and Brooklyn. They were the
Brooklyn was
favorites.
always the favorite.
Yeah,
So-
Brooklyn and the Lakers.
No.
So back to your question, Dame, I would take 100 times over Russell Westbrook. Absolutely.
Well, that's
but
not the
Dame
question.
does
The
not
question-
make
They
the
are
Lakers.
not the same type of player. You can say whatever you want to say. Dame and Russ are not the same
They
caliber.
are the
of
same type of
No.
player.
No, they're not.
No.
Their stats
No.
are
No.
their stats
No.
mirror each other.
No, they do not.
They
They
similar, but they
are
don't mirror
very
each other.
similar.
How when he's shooting 46% and Russ is shooting 30? That's a big dip.
Okay,
big
that's
dip.
a big dip, but they're still pulling
I
up
just told you what the
baskets.
difference was.
Yes, I
Dame
know
can
that.
shoot.
I know that. The
Okay.
shooting, I said Dame's a way better shooter than that. I said that. When I'm saying that they're the same player, hear me before you defend Lakerland.
I'm not defending the Lakers. I don't care about that. I'm talking about you talking about
You
Dame
like
and
the
Russ the
Lakers.
same player. Damian Lillard is a way better player to me.
I said
than
that.
Russell.
I 100
So how are they the same player then?
for the Lakers. If you put Dame on the Lakers,
I
he
agree
is
with you.
doing the same thing Russ
agree with
does,
that.
and it does not make the Lakers
how
better.
does he do the same thing?
Okay, move us on.
How does he do the same thing?
That's what I said. You heard what you wanted to hear.
But no, but listen, hold on.
You heard what you wanted
They
to
don't
hear.
even play the same. Russ is 100 miles an hour all game. Dame can come off screens. Dame can penetrate.
He can pull up.
Dame can drop dimes. Dame can pull up. Dame can do everything that Russ is not doing right now.
So
What are you trying to say?
Let's
That's my
remember.
point.
Let's remember. Before LeBron, and I'm not defending Russ. Before LeBron, Russ didn't have these issues.
Yes, he did.
Hold up, AD didn't have these issues.
Yes, he did.
A little bit.
Look here.
He was injured every other week in New Orleans.
Injuries,
The same thing.
Injuries
Not
are
as
different
much.
than gameplay.
Not as
What
much.
I'm saying is, if Dame
much.
Lillard wants to continue to be the explosive Dame, the show is mine Dame, he better not join LeBron because he's going to force his game to change. And then y'all going to be talking about Dame the same way y'all did Westbrook. Because Laker Nation was happy to get Westbrook.
I will agree with this.
That's all I'm saying.
I'll agree with that.
That's all I'm saying.
I'll agree with that.
Dame,
I wasn't.
you ain't got to. Because the truth shall set you free.
Okay.
And
Set it free.
Dame, if he's going to pick an LA team, he has better luck with the Clippers, my opinion.
He
Not
would.
the Lakers.
I don't think Dame would join the Lakers just for his pride. His pride won't let him.
I mean, what pride? You're going into 11
No, because he
seasons.
doesn't want to be one of those guys who joins another superstar.
It's too late. What are you going to do? Get traded to the Timberwolves?
I don't know.
He got to
This-
go to
this
a
will make-
star.
I'm just going off what Dame said.
Well,
So
okay.
let's move forward. Let's move forward because y'all had a nice little argument.
It wasn't me.
I still can't believe he said Dame and Russ are the same player.
They're the same type of player.
Good
when it
people
comes
out
to the
there.
Lakers.
Let us know.
Come on, man,
Is
stop.
Dame and Russ the same?
When it comes to playing for the Lakers,
No, that
that's the part that
The-
he's missing.
okay, so
people.
I don't think you should have said that. I think you should have said was when it comes to Dame and the Lakers, it's not going to make a difference. I'll say that.
They can't be the same player if they have two different styles of
Not
play.
the same player. He's not
Listen,
going to make a difference.
Dame is a better
And I
player.
agree with that.
I said that. Dame's a better player. Dame's a better shooter, but when it comes to the Lakers, next to LeBron and AD, Dame and Russie are the same type of player.
No.
I said what I said.
No.
Next.
So, anyways, the Indiana Pacers traded Sabonis.
Kyrie couldn't beat Kyrie next to LeBron. Kyrie couldn't beat Kyrie next to LeBron.
So y'all gonna keep on going?
He had to change his game.
So y'all gonna keep on going?
Yeah, I'm going to keep on going. He had to change his game.
Who?
Kyrie. Kyrie couldn't beat Kyrie next to LeBron.
I just want to watch the Super Bowl.
Well,
Listen.
listen. Dallas isn't playing.
Listen to this, man.
What?
And listen very well. While you over there trying to stand on me and what you saying, brother.
Just saying, man.
Did you hear a tone when he was talking to me? He sounded like he's in his feelings a little bit, like he wanted to fight almost. So I had to sit. You see me sit back for a minute, like, let me observe for a minute.
I'm just saying, man.
I just had to observe him for a minute, like, let me see his body language.
Bruh.
He might want to put his hands on me the way he was talking, didn't
Tommy,
he?
man. Tommy, listen. Tommy, man, listen. Bro, LeBron could score, have a stat line of all zeros and Keisha blame somebody else.
Never.
LeBron could go 0 for 30. Well,
No, but my
they should have put the court closer for him to hit it.
Listen.
The three-pointer should
But we
be
know
at
that's
30
not.
feet.
We know that's not gonna happen. Anytime LeBron, anything with
I'm
LeBron
trying
is a debate, man. That's just how it is, man. Only
Can I
player
move
in
on?
only player in NBA history that everything he do is a debate. He can blow his nose out the wrong nostril, and it's a debate.
And you go defend him.
I sure will. My favorite player, man.
I mean, if he used the left, why didn't he use the right? Because he
The
was
same way
right-handed.
the
I'm
same
just
way
saying.
you will wipe Steph Curry balls like, because you
I
hanging
would
on the
never
bars.
touch any man's balls. So let's
Come
start
on, man.
there.
You know what I'm
Listen.
saying.
No, but you said it.
It's a figure of speech.
No, don't use that one.
That's a finger? All
A
right.
figure.
Oh, you said finger.
I didn't say finger. I said figure.
Okay, you sure?
This
Clearly,
podcast
clearly
is
you
going way
can't
out.
hear.
It has. I just want to get back on track.
All right, let's go.
Thank you.
Okay, wait. We need a woosah.
Ain't no woosah, man.
No, you the only person need a woosah.
Yeah.
You're the one that defended LeBron
Look,
James.
there he goes.
He do it every week.
Don't put your hands in my face now.
See?
Put your face over there.
Look, there you go. Look at him.
I just want to keep going with the podcast. Can we-
Here we go.
America, I did not put my hand in that man's face.
And he just broke my computer, y'all.
Here we go.
It's a Chromebook.
Oh
Wow.
man.
This is going left.
Yeah, like it's a
Real
MacBook
quick.
Pro. Bro, if you don't take that Toy Story Chromebook out of
Dude, what is going on here? What is going on here?
Okay.
What is going on in the
What
world
is
today?
going on here? Like y'all came in on 10 for no reason.
Wait a minute. Let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back to this trade.
Let's go to the trades. Let's
Thank
go.
you.
We good.
No.
No, you can't you flamed him and Digo. We good?
After
Bro,
you slammed my Chromebook down,
Bro, the man said I wiped Steph Curry's balls, man. What you mean? He flamed me first.
All right.
you just said I'll be watching LeBron's ass. You said all type of stuff.
I don't even swear, so I didn't even say that.
You might as well have said it the way you were talking about me.
You gonna let him keep doing that?
Keep doing what? I'm trying to get back on track. Y'all going at it.
Listen. You know what? They're behaving this way because our executive producer isn't here. If Tone was
No.
here, we would be halfway through this by now.
You sure?
I don't know.
Exactly.
You
So
can't. You
anyway-
talking about I came in on one.
Oh my God.
I'm starting to think he might have been.
He probably was drinking. He was drinking a water bottle.
I'm just saying.
You sure that's
All right.
water?
Can we get back to the trades?
Hey, Tommy, let me get this picture, bro.
Dude, what are you?
Go ahead. I know, right?
Okay, the Indiana Pacers. They traded Sabonis and Jeremy Lamb to the Sacramento Kings for Tyrese Halliburton.
Wisconsin kid, shout
Yeah,
out.
Wisconsin kid. Buddy Hilt,
Buddy Hyde.
whatever,
Held.
and Tristan Thompson.
You got that one right.
Well, there you go.
Everybody know Tristan.
Hey,
He
everybody know
been with the
Tristan.
Kardashians.
Hey,
Dude, I
everybody
didn't
know
he should've
Tristan.
played.
Anybody that got to deal with the Kardashians, you don't forget their name. I tell you that.
Plus, he's a role model for these young brothers out here. This is how you do it. But anyways, so who makes the play-in tournament or playoffs after this trade?
Neither.
Okay,
Neither.
A lot, dude. Hold on, though. It's a lot of rebuilding going on.
Yeah.
The way the trade deadline went,
Yeah.
it looked like it's about 8 teams that's in rebuild mode now. I've never seen that before. Like everybody looked like they in rebuild mode except for the top 5 teams.
Now here's the thing. Okay, now the Indiana Pacers, they ain't got nothing coming.
Dude, I can't believe they did
Sacramento. Now the Sacramento Kings, though, I will say this. Is what I say about both Indiana and the Sacramento Kings. This is why I pose this question, is because these are guys. Because the West and the East are so tight, they can still. You win 10 games in a row, you're right back in it. As far as the play-in tournament on down, if you win 10 games in a row, you're back in it. And I think that goes for the Indiana Pacers and the Sacramento Kings. So if you look at their record, it's not nothing really special, but they're close to if you look at their record, because there's not that much difference between the wins and the losses as far as like if you're not going to make it or not. Because let's see, the number 10 team is 23-34. Sacramento Kings are 22-36. So
in
there's
the West though.
That's
right?
in the West. That's in the West. In the East, it's pretty much the same thing. The numbers 10 team is 26-30, and Indiana Pacers are 19-39. So like I said before, you win 10 games in a row, you're back up in this thing as far as the play-in tournament.
I think that I am shocked. And y'all, side note, obviously we're all having good humor here. Me and Kesey are not really mad at each other. Yeah. I just got a text like, no, that's what we do. That's how we act. So relax.
You think I really want to fight him?
Relax.
Yes. Shout out to the person who sent that text, because I'm putting my hands on him when we get to the parking lot.
So seriously though, when the Pacers traded away Sabonis,
that was them giving up.
That was them saying we're rebuilding.
Okay, let me ask you a question real quick, because I know what you're finna say and go into. If you trade your superstar, because he's probably their best player,
as close as it's gonna get,
does that automatically mean you're done, or did he just not a good fit at this time?
You know what? I'm not gonna say it doesn't mean they're done. I'm actually surprised they didn't trade Miles Turner because they were trying to.
That's true too.
I'm surprised they didn't trade him. But my thing is, if you're in 13th place without Sabonis, who's a double-double, what are you going to be with all these players you just traded over? Tristan Thompson hasn't been good in years. Buddy Hield is an occasionally good player. Halliburton can give you some off and on stuff, but none of those players are the caliber of Sabonis. Sabonis, I thought the Pacers should have built around and added pieces to him because, again, they tried to, but they didn't.
The pieces they added kept being hurt. Like what's our boy from Milwaukee?
Brogdon. Yeah, right. Man.
They had hopes that Brogdon was going to come in and be the guard that they needed.
They made the play-in tournament last year, I think this gives Miles Turner an opportunity to back up the words he's saying. When Trey's talked maybe like 2 months ago, or maybe a month ago, we had an episode, and I was like, Miles Turner was like saying he felt like he was one of the upper echelon of guys. And they just wasn't giving him opportunities. This is his opportunity. So as far as him being like, that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I asked that question, because you win, like, let's say not even 10 games. Let's say you win 8 games in a row, 6 games in a row. Mm-hmm. You're back up in this thing.
Yeah.
And so as far as Indiana goes, they added some scoring. They added a wing player. They got rid of their twin towers, quote unquote.
Right.
So now they got a big man. They still have a big man. So they still have a solid team, and they added some scoring. So, I don't want to ask who won this trade. Because I think it's obvious with Sabonis. Whoever got Sabonis probably won the trade, which is Sacramento. But both of these guys are trying to get into the play-in tournament. So you think that's going to happen with these moves that they made?
I think Sacramento has a better chance at making the play-in tournament of the two teams because, again, Indy picked up hurt players. Tristan Thompson is hurt often. Hield is on the injury list now, right? Mm-hmm. So Sacramento probably has a better chance at, making it. But again, you have the Spurs, the Pelicans, the Trailblazers, and the Lakers, the Clippers, Minnesota. You got some killers over there in the Western Conference that's balling out right now. So I like Sac for the trade, but Indy shouldn't have pulled this off. In fact, Indy probably should get rid of their GM or get rid of Sabonis for some players that, to me, are not of his caliber.
Casey?
I'm trying to think, man. I lost my train of thought for a second. I was looking at something else.
Talking about Sabonis.
I just don't think he was the player to build around in Indiana anymore. He tried it. Just think about all of the pieces that they brought in, from Oladipo to LeVert
LeVert's gone too.
Yeah.
to Brogdon to who else did they bring in?
LeVert.
Jeremy Lamb.
Yep.
Lamb.
He's gone.
And he's gone too now.
Well, he went to SAC with Sabonis.
Yep.
They brought in somebody else. I can't think of who it is right now.
Is that rookie?
No, what's the dude that got into it with somebody?
Oh, Lance Stevenson.
Oh yeah, they brought in Lance
They
Stevenson.
brought him back.
And
Yeah,
then
they signed him for the rest of the season.
what's the other dude that was talking trash to somebody?
T.J. Warren.
Yeah, T.J. Warren.
He been out all year.
They brought in T.J. Warren to try to bring in something else, but nothing is working in Indiana. They made a mistake when they let their boy George walk.
Yeah. Paul George.
That was their biggest mistake.
Yeah.
Because think if they had Paul George with the Sabonis. And maybe a couple other pieces to go around that.
Yep.
I mean, all these guys. I mean, we can always shoulda, woulda, coulda, especially with the NBA. But I think all these guys that you just mentioned or that's left, it's like Sabonis wanted to leave. Miles, he necessarily didn't say he wanted to leave, but he was like, "If y'all got to trade me, whatever." Right. So to me, I'm going to agree with Dre. I think that Sacramento is the team that made probably the better move out of the two, and they're probably making the play-in tournament.
Yes, sir.
So moving on, we have the Washington Wizards traded Spencer Dinwiddie to the Dallas Mavericks for Porzingis.
I didn't quite get that.
Oh, shout out to the Wizards.
Yeah.
You said shout out to the Wizards?
I mean, not out to the Wizards. Shout out to the Dallas Mavericks
for
on
getting rid of him?
Spencer Dinwiddie so that they can get rid of that injury-prone
Porzingis.
I don't know what you want to call him because
he's
7 foot and he was this big dude coming out of New York, and everybody thought he was going to be this, he's going to be that, and I kept saying like,
if
he's just always suspect to me.
If he stayed healthy, he probably.
They were billing him as Dirk 2.0.
Yeah,
that's what they were thinking, and that's when I really was like, man. He's a little too fragile.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, man.
You're too big of a body to be trying to do the moves that he does.
Yeah.
And they, I think this trade. Well, this trade was interesting because in Washington, people didn't like Spencer, so his teammate he wasn't getting along with his teammates, and for them them picking up Porzingis was a way, like I said earlier, for them to show Bradley Beal, hey, guess what? We're trying to, build around, make you guys a 1-2 combo, so on and so forth. And they traded Montrell Harrell. They traded him right away too. So I don't know why they did
I just
that.
don't.
I don't understand why they did that move.
I just don't get why you bring in Porzingis of all people.
Because he's injury prone.
Who wants Porzingis right now? Porzingis has done nothing to show any trade
This is the
value.
thing, though. When I think it's one of those things where I think teams look at it as a change of atmosphere and an environment, and sometimes that does do a player good. To me, this is Porzingis' last shot. This is his last opportunity to be somebody that teams look forward to or have to to plan to be the unicorn that he was destined to be when he first came into the league.
I think he lost that shot because he had a big shot. But just think if he played to the caliber player that everybody expected to with Luka.
Yeah. And that's what it's supposed to be, a 1-2 combo with Luka.
That's just like you said. Think about it. They would be a deadly combo. Mm-hmm. But Porzingis just blew it, man. He just isn't consistent, and he can't stay healthy. Yeah, it's just his record now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that because Spencer puts in buckets.
Washington is a spot to him to finish up this contract so they can be done with this big contract that he got. That's all that is, man.
Yep. Washington signing Porzingis was another great example of a team that's rebuilding.
Yeah.
They don't have a shot to make the playoffs.
And they know Bill is leaving this summer.
And Bill's out of there. So Bill can opt out. He'll probably get a 4-year. What?
Washington started off
40 years.
Well, Washington's number 11.
128 or something like that.
You think he'll get only 28 a year?
128.
Yeah. He'll get Bill to make 40 plus a year.
It's 40, 128, I think it is. Something around that number around there.
Bill's
where does
out
Bill
there.
go, though? If you Bill, where would you want to go?
I think Bill, the ball's in his court.
But where would you want to go, though?
I would want to go to a team where I can win the title.
Miami.
Play with Jimmy Butler.
But Jimmy can't even stay healthy this year.
Listen.
I mean,
wait a minute.
injuries are a part of the
Spoelstra got them
basketball.
playing though.
I would like to see him in Milwaukee.
No.
I know it'll never happen, but I would take Bradley Beal in Milwaukee.
Oh, of course I would.
Do we got the money to even afford Bill?
New York is a possible landing spot.
Washington is number 11. You talk about team. They're number 11. They're right up in this as far as the playing tournament.
But they don't have anybody.
So
I'm saying with Bill out for the year, that's why I said this is Porzingis' last opportunity. If he could take them to the playing tournament.
My thing is with Bill is, can they do a signing trade with him though this summer?
Yeah,
they can.
that would
Just
be
so
smart.
that he. But my thing is, if they offer Bill to Milwaukee for Middleton, do you think that Milwaukee be stupid to pass on that deal, or should they take it?
I would.
Ooh, you
Just
asking
think,
me?
I'm asking you as a Bucks fan. As a Bucks fan,
You ask me too.
yes, I'm asking y'all
I'm gonna tell you
because
like
I can
this.
see this. I can see that happening.
I'm gonna stick with Middleton because he was with us when we got our championship.
I'm not gonna stick with Mills for that part. I don't care about that.
So loyalty don't mean nothing to you.
Nothing.
Oh, that boy is savage. He is
When it comes
savage.
to we're here. Are we here not to win a championship? I don't care about your loyalty. I've been here 10 years. Yeah, whatever. You not producing. You can go about your business.
Dame Lillard.
So
Portland.
I won't take that. Just
What about
because,
Portland?
What about Portland?
What about Bradley
He
Beal?
gave them 10 years. So if
I'm
he
saying-
wants to leave, the loyalty was in
No. I'm saying, what if Bill signed with Portland with Dame?
Oh, okay. That might be.
Create
There
a
you go.
backcourt like that.
That would
They
be
have
something.
nothing else outside of that, so it wouldn't even. It,
It
wouldn't
would-
do
it
no
would-
good.
It would be the same situation as them re-signing C.J. McCollum.
Philly will have
Philly
some
would
money.
be nice.
But they already got. It's not enough ball for him and.
Oh, yeah,
Him
it's
and
not.
Harden both. Come on,
it's
man.
not
That
enough
would
ball.
not.
Yeah.
That would be a disaster.
But back to your
setup.
point, that's a good question. I would keep Middleton just because Middleton can play multiple positions. So I think Middleton can play small forward. He can play shooting guard. And he plays not the best defense. He's a solid defender.
But also remember this though: the Bucks have times where they struggle to score. Right?
That's very true.
Who do you think can fill in that void? Middleton
I like
or
Bradley
Bill? Because Bill is a bucket.
Bill's a
Bill's
bucket.
a bucket.
And
A
it-
walking
A
bucket.
But
As we seen it.
A walking bucket.
He put up buckets on us one night. I was like, dang.
Hey, it's like they made him look like a superstar, bro.
But
He's
he's
a
a
superstar.
superstar.
He is.
But my thing about that is, as long as Buck is the coach of this team, you got to play defense.
You got to.
You have to play defense.
You have to.
If you play, he don't care who you is, and I do like that about Buck. If you don't play defense, he's not gonna play you. He don't care who you is.
So
I respect that.
I don't know where Bill ends up, but to your point, if the Wizards are depending on Porzingis to get them to the play-in tournament, well, let's just count them out now.
Probably because a hell of a drug.
Because he don't even playing now.
I think he a little hurt. I don't know if he hurt, but he a little hurt.
Oh, man.
So moving on to the home team, we got the Milwaukee Bucks were part of a three-team trade that sent was it Dellavedova?
DiVincenzo.
Delavincenzo.
Look, man, I was finna
Where
say
did they
I was
get
finna-
that name
I
from?
was finna say that white boy, but I left it alone.
DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo
I sent him to Sacramento Kings and
for Rodney Hood and Semi Ojale.
And they sent
to the
them
Los Angeles Clippers. In
Clippers.
return, the Bucks received Serge Ibaka, 2 second-round picks.
You want to do this?
Cash.
You wanna do that?
I think he didn't want. He was tired of you messing up. Man.
I just didn't want you to mess up the name again, so I just let me hurry up and get this one over for him.
Well, first of all,
Because that's what brothers do for each other. They look out for each other.
Oh, y'all
Instead
brothers?
of you let me do that for you,
You know
here you
what?
go. You finna come back and say something.
You know what? 94 feet. Y'all can catch all three of us in the parking lot wrestling. That's what you're gonna do. You can catch all three of us in the parking lot going at it.
I'm gonna be in Buffalo Boss, so while they fight, I'll be eating my chicken watching.
What do you think we ain't gonna throw down there in Buffalo?
You think I won't bust you out your head with a chicken wing in your
You
hand?
think we won't throw these chicken wings at your head? But no,
Black
this
people can't have nothing, man.
right
Up here in
outside of black,
Sherman, Phoenix,
right
making
outside the
a
black-owned
food.
business.
Right.
I be honest with you, y'all explain this to me. I didn't like this,
I liked it.
especially with Pat getting hurt. I really don't like this.
So here's the thing: Rodney Hood, his contributions to the Milwaukee Bucks are lackluster or lack thereof.
I have
They
not
were
seen
none.
him score a bucket in a Bucks jersey, even though I have went to many, many games this year. I have still seen have not seen him put a bucket in the goal.
Ojale was at the end of the bench. So, the further you move down to that bench, you ain't in Bud's rotation.
And I seen him hit 1-3.
I ain't seen
DiVincenzo, honestly.
Who? Ronnie Hill or the other one?
Both.
Ojale.
I seen him hit one. We was down by 30 and in the third quarter. And I was like, oh, okay. That's
But they had their third string in.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he brought that rotation. But
he wasn't. And DiVincenzo, he got lost when we signed Grayson Allen. So you have Grayson Allen. You have, at the time, Pat Connaughton. You have George Hill. You have Drew Holiday. You are loaded with guards. And DiVincenzo, I liked him with the Bucks, but the Bucks need consistency. Now, I'm going to tell you why I like it. Because we lost DeMarcus Cousins. We still don't have Brook back. Not sure what we were thinking with Greg Monroe. And Baca, or Shabaka as you like to call him, can still be a double-double. It's not going to be 20 and 15.
What is going to be?
It'd probably be 10. It could be 10 and 10.
10 and 12.
It could be 10 and 10 because if you put him in the lineup next to Giannis, right, and plus Baca is that dog we need too.
He blocks shots, man.
He blocks shots. He'll give you a hard foul. He'll give you a hard foul, and he'll get in your face for messing with our top player.
And he's more athletic than Cousins. He's more athletic than Monroe. He's more athletic than Brook Lopez.
Well, first of all, I'm more athletic than Greg Monroe. That's first of all. Second of all,
what is y'all?
Hey, man, you better hope Greg Monroe ain't waiting for you in the parking lot. You keep talking about it.
Fine,
like
he can do what he got to do. I'm sure I'm gonna sue.
Yep,
but my thing about Brook ain't coming back. And we had DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins was a little slow. I get that. And he wasn't
a little slow. Come on, bro. You've seen his footwork.
All right, that's true.
He was out there tiptoeing like one of the YMCA players. I like Cousins though.
I like Cousins too.
But he was tiptoeing like the YMCA player hoopers that don't never stop.
Okay, fine. Well, you know what? This goes back to my theory as far as like if you don't play D, Bud don't really mess with you like that.
He doesn't.
But we're in a predicament where we don't have a big man, and I don't like them using Giannis at the 5. So, you telling me this is an upgrade at that position?
Yeah. Yes. I'm 100% sure of that.
Okay.
You'll find out this week.
Yep. He played
because Monroe, he just there.
Monroe was just them to buy them time to figure out who they were finna get.
They needed roster spots.
But they needed a spot for field. So that's what that was.
I do like that we got cash. I do like we got I think like some we
got a couple draft picks.
We got some draft picks.
And we could go at Goran Dragic. I think we're going to lose out to Miami, but
no. I guarantee you the Bucks get him.
You think so?
Think so?
Yeah. It's not enough minutes over there in Miami. Why you think he was originally traded? It wasn't enough minutes.
He was practicing in their studio.
That's where he's from. That's the area he knows well. That's where his training there is at.
Okay.
So the biggest trainers be either in Miami or Cali
or Los Angeles. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hope the Bucks, if the Bucks can get him on top, I like Ibaka's pickup. I do. Now, is it gonna make him like a top star again? No, but you look at Ibaka's stat line when he gets minutes. He blocks, he rebounds, and he can score in the middle. So I like.
And he can shoot the 3.
I like it.
And he can shoot.
I like it.
So okay, both of y'all like this. But you don't think he's gonna make a significant difference?
I think he makes a big difference to me.
I think he makes a big difference too.
He's in that second rotation.
Well, here's the thing.
Everybody
who traded didn't contribute anything. They didn't contribute anything.
DiVincenzo was only in the lineup just to get some trade value, to be honest.
He didn't do anything.
He really wasn't in. He wasn't getting minutes because he deserved them.
He was hurt.
No,
he was hurt, so he didn't deserve any of the minutes he got.
What I'm saying, I thought he was one of those things for like, okay, I'm gonna put this guy because he's coming off a major injury, so let's get him back in the rotation, give him some time.
No.
You
know what that was? Let's get him some playing time so we can get ready to trade it.
Because I think if you look at it, people got to remember the Bucks is a championship team. Mm-hmm. They didn't even need DiVincenzo to do it. He didn't play not one of our championship games.
He would have helped. I thought he was going to lose.
He played the regular season, but he didn't play any playoff games.
Yeah, and he got hurt right before, but he was playing major. He's getting 20 minutes a game.
He was a starter.
Now, what I will say is Ibaka, if you look at his recent stats, they're
garbage.
not that impressive. They're terrible. They're 6-2,
but look how many minutes
7-7,
he was getting.
But he didn't play no minutes. He was with the Clippers. The Clippers were loaded.
They were giving more minutes to what's the tall
white boy?
Would say white boy. Can't think of his name.
I know who you're talking about though.
For the Clippers,
Zubac.
Zubac.
Zubac. They was giving all their minutes to Zubac. They
was.
are really a big fan of Zubac.
They was.
And I don't understand why. He's not
He
even
played.
that good.
He played both sides of the ball. He just one of them like Steve Adams.
Man, I would drop an elbow on his jaw so hard he would never foul me again. The way he be fouling people.
Okay, so let's get to the nitty gritty. The story that everybody was talking about. The trade everybody was waiting for. And be honest with you, this is why I came today. For this, because this trade irritated me to a whole nother level.
I think I was more frustrated than you, man. I think
Really?
I almost spit fire out. I got so mad when I saw it.
I was so because I like Stephen A. moment. This is what. Let's just talk about it. So the Brooklyn Nets traded James Harden and Paul Millsap to the 76ers for Ben Simmons, Steph Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round draft picks. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start with you, Dre.
Well, the Brooklyn GM should lose his job.
Really?
He should be fired on the spot
Why?
because he got played.
You think he got played?
All that? You give up all that?
He only gave it 2 players.
I'm sorry. Philly GM should lose his job.
Really?
You gave up all that for James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Before you get upset, any more upset, because I see it. Hold
I
on.
think we all upset at this table.
Just think about this, though.
I think we upset for maybe different
Just
reasons.
think about this, Drummond.
Mm-hmm.
Does Drummond make that team better, or is he just another body?
Another body.
I don't
Okay.
know. They're talking about putting him in the starting lineup.
They don't have a choice.
Remember, he was a walk.
You
Remember,
got Aldridge.
remember
Who?
Remember how we argued that he was a walking double, and that he
Y'all
was walking
argued me
Remember how we argued about he was
down.
a walking double?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did not. Even though he did his numbers for the Lakers, he still wasn't
just there.
He was just there. And the same thing with Philly. He gets his numbers.
Wait. He was just what?
There.
Numbers. He was just there.
Another player that had the game was impacted by playing with who?
Stop it.
What you talking about? Come on, man.
Stop
I'm
it.
about to
Not
punch
with
you,
no
man.
Drummond. Not Andre Drummond.
I know. I don't. The fact that James Harden bullied himself out of Tommy, check that out for us, bro. The fact that James Harden bullied another player, not this, we good here. The fact that James Harden bullied himself out of another team. James Harden is a terrible teammate.
Do you think he bullied?
He didn't, bro.
He didn't bully. What he did was, I don't even think he
What did he,
finessed.
I'm trying to figure out what did he do to make them decide. Let's get him out of
he-
there, though.
you know
Like,
what
how
he
do
did?
you get a superstar of his caliber?
He white woman his way out.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you why he white woman his
he
way
Beckied
out.
his way out.
Huh?
He Beckied his way out.
He Beckied his way out
Oh,
because
shit.
he looked over and was like, "Oh, I already got 2 superstars. This is gonna be an easy championship." It didn't happen, and then all of a sudden, it gets a little rough. And instead of you being accountable, you looking like, "Nah, it's time for me to get up out of here."
And they only played 16 games together.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. When the Kyrie situation, I think really just took him over the edge, and I understand that. But my dude, you're having the worst season you've had since you got traded to Houston, and you was getting acclimated over there. You only gave it a year. If you gave it 2 or 3, I get that. But for you to sit here and try to start crying and whining and then don't want to play, like they made the joke on TNT. It was like, isn't James Harden even, can he even play the All-Star game? Is he still hurt? And Charles Barkley was like, oh, yeah, he good now. He good now. He didn't got traded. Oh, he good now. And my thing about that is, that means you're still being accountable. You're putting the blame on other people. You're trying to blame Kyrie. You can't blame Kevin Durant because he was one pushing y'all whole team even when you was on the court. The Brooklyn just lost 11 in a row. Put that on yourself. You getting all these stats, these triple doubles, but they still adding up to L's. Like James Harden, that's the thing that irritates me about James Harden because he's not putting his best foot forward. If you're putting your best foot forward, I would understand, but you're not. You're putting the bare minimum and thinking somebody's supposed to carry you all the way to the playoffs and carry you to a championship. That's why I came up with the title, because you'll never win a championship like that.
James Harden, to me, no one should ever get on LeBron's case after looking at what James Harden does. This is his 3rd team in a season and a half. His third team in a season and a half. He didn't give Brooklyn a chance. Brooklyn was handpicked by everybody in America to win it this year. They were the favorites once they landed James Harden. And you only played 16 total games with this team.
Now, part of that is Kyrie's fault.
It's Kyrie's fault, but James Harden is still a superstar. He should have been able to carry that team like KD. 2 weeks ago, Kesey probably had the comment of the year when he said Kevin Durant knows what it's like to play with a bunch of scrubs, going to wear your out.
Yeah.
That's what James Harden should have felt like. He should have played just as hard and made it work.
James Harden felt the same way KD felt. I'm playing hard as hell with these damn scrubs.
And the fact that he demanded his way out, and he did it real scary. Did y'all see the reports that came out? He didn't want the team to know that he wanted the trade because he was afraid that if it came out and it didn't happen, that he would have to deal with the backlash of the locker room.
Yeah.
So he didn't even say nothing the whole time, but the reports were coming out. We talked about it last week, that James Harden was going to be traded by the deadline to Philly.
Nobody.
Once
ahead.
again, he picked his destination. Again, he picked Houston. He picked Brooklyn, and now he picked Philly. Now, what I will say, watch out, because Philly might be some problems.
They not.
My thing is, before you even go in,
No, I'm not gonna go in. But
you're not even finna get the James Harden that was in Houston.
No,
You're not. You don't have that James Harden no more.
Those days are over.
That hamstring injury he had has not fully healed to the way he thought it was.
Right.
He's not the same player. His body is not the same.
And that's my point.
It's just like LeBron James said when what was the injury he had with the high ankle sprain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I'll never be 100% again. You just know your body. And I'm pretty sure Harden is feeling it in his body like, my body is not the same after that injury. And he has not played the same since he came back from that injury. And
the rule change.
With the rule change at the same time,
them easy buckets ain't as
It
easy.
ain't
as
as
used to
easy.
be.
About that too. I'm also very, very disgusted in Ben Simmons because now all of a sudden you can show up to work.
Oh, I'm not surprised with the Ben Simmons situation.
I guess $21 million lost. Wasn't enough. I mean,
Ben Simmons is sensitive. He gonna be sensitive, but them New York fans ain't nothing to play with either.
you over there with Kyrie and KD.
Now here's the thing about.
see, that's the thing about over there. Hold on, before you go any further.
You gonna say the same thing?
The thing
Go
that
ahead.
you probably gonna say the same thing. But going over there, he ain't got to shoot the ball.
Someone said they're going to actually move him to small forward.
They should.
Someone said they
No,
might
he's going to play point forward,
He's gonna play
and he's
forward.
going to be a great distributor like he is.
But that only works if you got who? Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
That
You got
only
Kyrie
works.
too, but you got
And
Kyrie
then-
too.
But Kyrie half the time. So now you got more on your shoulders
Until KD
going to Brooklyn.
Not until KD come back though. Maybe this
Yeah.
will make KD come back because KD was tired. I'm
Yeah,
telling you
KD
right now, KD ass was tired, nigga. That's the reason he didn't come back. KD is tired. Talking about,
KD don't know when he coming
talking
back.
talking about 8 weeks for a sprained ankle.
And you know what's funny? That's the thing about KD. Once he hurt and he down, he's down.
Well, he has to be because he had 2 major season-ending surgeries.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, once he's down, he's down. He's getting older, too. Ben Simmons, you just got more on your shoulders than you had in Philly. Because in Philly, you can depend on
not
other
once-
guys.
But not once they have their teams, all of that weight is gonna be lifted.
When?
Because you got Kevin Durant. All you gotta
Oh.
do is get him the ball.
So I'm gonna tell you like this: I hated that this trade happened because of the way it happened.
I think they both deserve what they got.
They deserve what they got. Brooklyn clearly won. Brooklyn has loaded up on talent.
And they got Seth. Seth is a lights out
a
shooter.
lights out shooter.
So-
He about as good a shooter as his brother is.
He is,
Not
but,
as-
He's just
not as consistent.
He's just not as big, and he's not.
He's bigger.
He's not as consistent.
He's not as
He's
consistent.
not as consistent.
He's big.
But-
He's like
but he
6'3",
can shoot.
6'4". He's like
I
6'3",
mean,
6'4".
Brooklyn has some
Steph
depth.
6'2".
They have some depth on their
Yes,
team
look,
now.
Look it up.
They have some depth on their team. I hope Ben Simmons can get the fresh start, but he's going to learn quick. You went from one head case to another. Him and Kyrie together, God bless the management of the Brooklyn Nets. Because you got two big ones you got to deal with now.
And then here's the thing. I guess my thing about this is,
and Kyrie might walk because his contract's over.
Yeah, Kyrie's gone. Kyrie's gone.
You know,
they're not going to re-sign him. You can't re-sign somebody that's part-time.
Yeah.
So my thing about this is, to me, I still feel like Ben Simmons just wanted to get out of Philly. Now he's in a situation where, I mean, you do have Steph Curry, who's a shooter, and that kind of takes away from him shooting stuff. But it's one of those things where, like, I just don't feel like these guys, like, you're trying to get a championship the easy way, and it's not going to pan out like that. And so when you talk about, you know, this move, and it just, I'm sorry, it irritated me the way it went down. Like James crying and pretty much cried his way out of Brooklyn.
That's a great way to say it.
He cried his way. That's why I say he white womaned it, because he started crying. It was like, I don't want to get traded, but you know, and I'm like, and you know, you got Steve Nash just talking about the Brooklyn lineup altogether. Is just one of those things where like this is not a good lineup after everything was said and done.
Yeah, and Brooklyn, for them to be competitive, they're going to need a coach.
I mean, let's talk about this lineup real quick. So Brooklyn Nets new lineup, potential lineup. You got Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant at the 3, and you have Ben Simmons at the 4, and then you got
4
possibly. So this is possible, and then you got LaMarcus Aldridge at the 5. At the 5.
I thought they had Drummond potentially starting at the 5.
Maybe, but it's Drummond. Stop it.
But they got Claxton too, though. They are big fans of Claxton.
He's hurt right now.
He's come back soon, though.
Yeah,
he should be back.
They like Claxton. He's a young guy. He's energetic, athletic. I like him too. He's all right. Now we got Philadelphia, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid, who's having an MVP season so far.
Absolutely.
But, you know, once he's hurt, he's down.
Yeah.
So I guess my question, not who won this trade, who's going to make it further in the playoffs?
Brooklyn. With fully healthy, Brooklyn.
I think Brooklyn is the winner in this, all out. I think Philly takes a dip.
Yeah, big time.
I think they're going to take a dip.
You think so?
I mean, I like the
I
idea.
think we
I
forget
like
about
the ideal of them playing together, but I think it's just like I don't think Harden is a trustworthy player now.
Yeah.
I don't trust Harden either.
Who could trust you now? Like everywhere you go, you book it. So like if I'm Embiid, I'm like, all right, I got you for a season. Let's see what we can do for this season.
At the first time of trouble, are you out of here?
Maybe two. Like he's not going to quote unquote trust the process. And I think that, like when you talk about Philadelphia lineup or whatever, you got James Harden starting at the point. And because James Harden has established himself as a guy who can run point, now that's what you expect him to do. I don't like that. I don't think we'll ever, like you said, Kesey, I don't think we'll ever get to James Harden Houston.
Is it championship or bust for Philly?
It's championship or bust for both these guys, both these teams.
Next year, not this year.
Next year?
Not this year.
It's
too late. It's too late in the season to put that pressure on.
Now, I will say this: Brooklyn just lost 11 in a row. They are now
They're
at
playing tournament mode.
Yeah, they're in the 8th seed.
They're
in the 8th seed. KD come back, they can be 10 in a row. They can be right back in the first.
Yeah,
so
potentially.
Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things where, like, I'm not going to count Brooklyn out as far as the championship goes this year, because as much as Kevin Durant can score, Ben Simmons will lock up the best guy on the opposite.
He can't hold
team.
defense
Unless it's like somebody like Giannis Antetokounmpo who's like, oh, I'm just going to take you in the paint and just treat you like a baby.
Yeah.
But besides that,
yeah,
I think he can lock up your best player.
Yeah.
And God help us if he work on his shooting. So I think it's still – I think with both these teams – because when you make a trade like this, you're saying I want a championship.
Yep.
So I do think it's championship or bust for both these teams. Now the question is, do you think either one of these teams can come out the East?
No. No.
You still think it's Bucks?
I'm still rocking with the Bucks, man. I'm not gonna lie. The Bucks make, to your point, they're doing it the hard way, and they're losing games they should be winning. But anytime you have Durant, you have a shot. I like Brooklyn's chances a lot better than I do Philly's. I think Philly's gonna be a tough team to play against. But I like Brooklyn's chances a little better. And for Ben Simmons, hopefully he doesn't have to be that shooter. Maybe they'll just embrace him as a defensive player. And if he does, watch out because he is a great defensive player. Ben got a lot of beat up this year, a lot of slack. But people fail to realize when he couldn't score, but Ben was a bad boy, man. Bad man.
Yeah, he was.
Ben was a bad man. So I'm glad to see him finally playing again. This week, Thursday, I guess we'll get to see a preview of the playoffs because Philly plays the Bucks. So we'll get to see how they match up. Harden, we know, don't like Giannis. So I think the matchup that we'll see this Thursday will be a compelling telling story about
Harden will play. He'll play
Harden
too.
will play this week. He'll clear waivers. He'll play this week. Yep. He'll play. So
Kesey?
I just don't see them being contenders this year. I see
Who?
them making the playoffs.
Both or
Both.
one?
I see both of them making the playoffs. But like you said, I cannot see them getting past the Bucks. I don't see them getting past Miami. I don't see them getting past Chicago. I don't even see them getting past Cleveland. Because Cleveland is playing some good ball right now.
He's playing some real good ball.
And they just picked up Carolus LeVert. I like that pickup for them.
that was a good one.
That was a good one.
So it's a few teams they got to get past in the East, not just even the West. You know what I mean? So I don't see them doing major things. I see Joe Embiid crying again this year.
And did him and Harden they got a beef?
No.
Did they got a beef? No.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
And I see Kevin Durant getting wore out the rest of the damn season, per usual.
I mean, I think if Kevin Durant can come back, he'll ball out like
He got about 2 weeks left before he come back. So Ben Simmons got a lot to do.
I know if they get out of play-in tournament contention, then he can sit out the rest of the season. He can sit out the rest of the season.
Right now they in eighth.
That's what I'm saying. And they just lost, like I said before, they lost 11 in a row.
11, bro.
Ben Simmons is not going to change that.
No, and they lost to
unfortunately.
some scrubs.
Yes. Now, I don't think Brooklyn, even with, like, Brooklyn couldn't beat Milwaukee with James Harden and with KD. So they definitely not going to beat him without James Harden. Because now the focus is directly on KD. And, I mean, who won this trade? Obviously, I think it's Philly, to be honest with you. They got more depth now. So,
anytime you get James Harden, it's a victory. We may not like him. We may not think he's the same. But anytime you can land him in a deal, your team's a winner. Absolutely.
yeah.
Because there's a lot of teams that would be gunning for James Harden if they could have afforded him.
Yeah.
So.
Real quick, this is on the docket, but I just want to kind of bring it up real quick. The Utah Jazz. They made one move. They traded Joe Ingles. But word on the street is Donovan Mitchell is getting frustrated. And he's having beef with Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
Y'all did talk about that. They are still a dynamic duo, whether you like them or not. I said that.
One of them goes this
summer.
I don't know who. One of them goes.
And Ingles got injured, so Ingles got injured, so that's a given. And he only had half a year left, I think.
So I guess my question is, who goes? I think it is going to be Donovan Mitchell. He's going to demand this summer, like, it's time for me to go.
Donovan.
Especially if they don't go far in the playoffs.
I get rid of if I'm Utah, I'm getting rid of Rudy.
Oh, if you're Utah, but Donovan has the strength and the muscle to demand it. Rudy's going to sit there and collect that check and do what he's going to do, but Donovan's the one that's going to pull that card and say, I need to get up out of here. If it comes to
Where
that.
does he go?
Man, it's hard to say, man, because we're full of
What
guards.
what about this? This is just, what if Dame and him go to New York?
For what?
For what? Get rid of Randall.
I ain't trading neither of them players for no Julius Randle.
What I'm saying is they both demand trades and they go to New York. They're not going to Los Angeles.
New York doesn't have the assets to send out. That's the problem.
Draft picks and Randall.
They're a fan of Randall. I don't think they really want to get rid of
they
Randall.
like Randall.
Randall don't like them.
That's okay. But
Randall don't like them scrubs he playing with.
Yeah.
That's probably true, too. And I think Randall hasn't, Randall is one of these guys. No, I hate to say one of these guys. He's not the superstar. He's a all-star. He's a nice piece, but because it's all on him. I will say that it's all on him. But so when it's not all on him, and you can kind of like don't know what he's gonna do, then he can score his 16, 20. You're like, oh, okay. But I personally think New York should get rid of him because if you're arguing with assistant coaches. You not like the team chemistry is thrown off with him.
I think he's doing that on purpose.
And he does a lot of crying.
I think he's doing that on purpose.
A lot of crying.
He does. I think he's doing that on purpose. I think he's doing that on purpose to raise attention that he's unhappy. He unfollowed the team. He wants this attention on him because he wants to leave New York. But if I'm the Knicks, you're staying here. You're not going to force my hand.
No, if you don't want to be here, I'll get you out of here because you're not doing
that's
you're not doing to my
day.
team. You're not doing too much. You're not doing enough for my team to make you stay.
I think his beef is with Tibbs.
You think so?
I think it's Tibbs. They're just not saying it yet.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that
Because Tibbs is
hard on people,
He's
man.
hard on people.
He old school coach. He an old school coach.
And he's not good for young players.
But also this shows you how good Derrick Rose actually still is too because that lineup without Rose
is horrible.
Is horrible.
And
Rose actually put up some decent numbers and he made a difference in how that team operated. And that's what now people are seeing. Rose still has some years left, even though he's been injured.
If they don't make the playoffs, I see this is going to be his Thibodeau's last year there.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Tibbs is gone.
Because
Tibbs is out of there.
Yeah, because last year, first round exit, and then now this. They need to get rid of him and the other one, so to be honest with you. But
I'm just glad they got rid of Phil. Because he was going to run that organization to the dump.
Yeah, he was. Phil took all their money, and I'm a Phil Jackson fan. Phil took all their money and left them with a bunch of garbage, dog.
Left them with a bucket of scrubs.
Paid Carmelo all that money, drafted Porzingis, hired. Who did he hire for the coach? Derek Fisher. Was it Derek Fisher?
It was Derek Fisher at first, and then Larry Brown.
Oh, my God. Phil Jackson, you should have stuck to coaching, Doc, because if we judge you on your management skills.
He stole some money, boy.
Man, he did. Jenny Buss taught him how to do it, didn't she?
Let me borrow a couple $100 from you, though.
Right.
But that's another story for another day. This has been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. I'd like to thank my brothers Dre.
Yeah. Had a lot of fun today, y'all. We acted crazy because we missed our brother. That's all that was.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to come back to the chaos. Also, I'd like to thank my brother Keith for being in the house. What's going on, man?
Shout out, good peoples. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
We had to have a show out. It's been a while,
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But I am meeting niggas in the parking lot, so you know.
Hey, I'm not mad at you. I will be throwing sauce in the face. I don't play clean. I don't fight clean. So
Me neither. I do hit people with bones.
So you can catch us on Apple Podcasts. You can catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on Speakers. You can catch us on everywhere.
Spotify.
You can also catch us on social media. Everywhere you can stalk your exes except for TikTok because we're adults.
It's been another good one. Peace out, good peoples.
94 feet.
All right.